Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more of 9-9, Episode 2, Episode 2. Now, why I chose to do episodes for this series, I have no idea, because it very much conflicts with the naming of this visual novel. When I try to use episodes, probably should have just used parts. It would have been a lot less confusing. But, you know, that's how we do on this channel. We just have fun with it. But Sora and Kujo went to the store without us, because Sora is the literal devil herself. And y'all seem to really like her. You said even if I don't like little sister characters, I would really like her. And I do like her. I'm not saying I don't like her. Like, I do think she's fun to have around, and I do like make fun of her a lot for that reason, because Kakaru does it as well. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm sold on the whole romance side of it. We'll have to see. But last episode was nothing too crazy. It was just kind of an introduction to episode 2 and kind of what we're looking at. We are just like the day right past the fire guy. That's where we started, and then here we are. She whips up a Salisbury steak, a salad, and soup in no time, and before long we're all seated around my dining table. This is hands down the best looking meal as ever graced my apartment. And as for the taste...
うまっハンバーグめっちゃうまい
よかった。おじいさまのハンバーグには及ばないと思うけど。
I know, I would like to meet her grandfather. They never show him,
いやい
unfortunately.
やうまいほんとうまいう
まいってもっと気の利いたこと言えないんですかね。
Okay, well, we did meet him, I think, once, right? But like I'm saying, I didn't get to see like a sprite for him or anything. That would be kind of cool. Is delicious the only word in your
そ
vocabulary?
れはお前に任せるよ
Yes, let's see you do better, Sora. What do you gotta say?
肉汁の芳醇なあれが口の中でそうあれする。
Wow. Truly the critic of our time.
全然わかんね
つまりうまい。
In other words, it's delicious. Shut up.
ありがとう。おかわりもあるからたくさん。
Oh man, I've always wanted a girl to say that to me. I can die happy now. In an attempt to hide my dopey grin, I stuffed my cheeks full of rice. Anyways, this isn't really the time for turning old giddy. Since the three of us are here, we should talk about our mission.
あのさ、昨日手伝うよとは言ったけどさ、具体的に何するの？
ひとまずはアーティファクトユーザー探しをすることになるとは思う
具体的にってなると、私たちも困っているのが実情ではあるね。
Oh yeah, we have no idea what we're doing. Absolutely none.
そもそも石化事件？それってちょっと前から話題になってるのだよね。九宝女学院の女の子が石化したって。
One thing I am hoping for episode 2 that I guess episode 1 didn't really delve into as much is like I hope they get further into the mystery. I feel like episode 1 was a very good world building episode, right? Like there was a lot of stuff going on and there's a lot of things they needed to kind of like spoon feed us at a time. And I hope episode 2 goes crazy and just goes a lot further into things. I hope like we really get to see the evil eye user, that one chick. Apparently, y'all told me it's the girl with the hoodie that we saw there at the end of the game. So now I know. But I hope we really like dive into that a lot more than we did in episode 1, because I feel like we were like always chasing the mystery. We never like quite caught up to it. We never like got into the midst of it. We were always like dealing with the aftermath of things, not really the situation as it happened. So I'm hoping episode 2 will see more of dealing with things as they're happening, instead of just trying to chase this like bigger mystery that we didn't know about, or like didn't know enough about, I should say.
だな
なんでその犯人を追おうと思ったの？
You know, we're young, we got nothing better to do.
犯人の存在を知ってしまったし、それに私には止められる力もあるみたいだから。使命感みたいな？そうなのかな。近いかもしれない。ソフィーさんっていうアーティファクトに詳しい人がいてくれるのも大きいのかな。
Yeah, I definitely feel like we'd be a lot less motivated if Sophie wasn't involved.
まあ因縁もあるしな石化事件には
何因縁って？通報してくれたの新見くんなの？え、そうなの？第一発見者？
No,
第一
not
通
really.
報者だな
Yeah, we're the
俺が
first one
110
to,
した
you know, say, hey, there's a problem here. This person's a stone statue. We should probably call the police.
はあ、 それまで誰も通報しなかったんだね。
Freaking Japan, everyone just does their own thing. They mind their own business. Nobody wants to report something like that.
そういえばそうだね。見てるだけならちょっと不気味ではあったけど普通の石像だったから。
爪が剥がれてさ、血が出てきて。
Yeah, that was creepy.
何それ、怖っ。
ペンキとかだろって思ったんだけどな。
そりゃ人なんて思わないよね。怖っ。
爪の部分だけ生っぽくて、あ、食事中にする話じゃなかったな。
Yeah, why are we always having these kind of discussions while we're eating? Like, these are like the worst things to talk about when you has to have your mouth full.
本当だよ、バカニーニ。
おい、なんだよ、聞いたのお前だろ。
時間のこれからどうするのか聞きたかったの。
Frick, we're gonna investigate.
あ、そうだ。話そうと思っていたことがあって。
Oh, thank goodness, Miyako, you have something you want to do.
なん
What's
すか？
up?
あのね、石化事件の影響でアニメの輪廻転生のメビウスリングがね、ブームとは言わないけどネットで話題になってて。
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's something we could have utilized more, like analyzing the anime to see like kind of what happened and see if we can find patterns in real life. I think that's something we kind of delved into, but maybe could have done more. I think the other thing is we have that forum. We could definitely make sure we're checking that out very thoroughly. And then a lot more people are talking about it online. That's good. I feel like people talking will give us more ideas of, I guess maybe some of the motives. I wonder if, so we talked about how like the heroes, right? What did they call it? Lees of Augustia. So we talked about them being like the heroes, but is there like an evil villain group? Is there like maybe an opposite of that we could find somewhere on the internet maybe? Like people are like gathering that are evil? I wouldn't be surprised if there already is a few.
ああ、つぶやいたで見た。怪物がどうとかそんな話してたな。
そうなの。それでね、ファンサイトがあるんだけど、アガスティアの歯っていう。
I'm just wondering if there's an opposite of the Leaves Augustia.
アガスティアの歯。
I set down my chopsticks and pull out my laptop. Bad manners in the middle of dinner, I know, but I'm curious. I open my browser and start typing into the search window.
葉は葉っぱの葉ね。
Agastya.
歯ね。
I like how she had to really like single every letter out. Type it in and hit search.
メビウスリングってキーワードも入れないと。
ああ、そっか。Maybe.
あ、これじゃない？
I clicked the link Sora points to. Wow, this is a pretty elaborate site. There's a bunch of theory pages, an admin
な
blog.
りきり掲示板ってなんだ？
I'll say y'all also told me that the guy who got turned to stone was apparently the admin of this site, and I did not see them mention that, but I'm gonna take your word for it and say that they did. I just have bad memory, so.
登場人物になりきるとか？
うわ、黒歴史だろそれ。
登場人物というか、自分がメビウスリングの世界に入ったらって前提で話す場所みたい。
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, most of the people that probably are on that forum would probably just be NPCs.
へえ。うわ、思ったより書き込みある。そうなの。事件後から活発になったみたいで。
事件？まさか本物のユーザーが書き込んでたりしてな。
ええ、私も思ったの。ありえないことはないなって。
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot more than we
あ、
think.
わかった。ここの掲示板を監視してみましょうと。うん。他にできることもないし、藁にもすがる思いだけれど。
確かにな。やってみる価値はあるかも。
じゃあ私がチェックしとくよ。怪しい書き込みがないか。
やる気だな。
まあね、全員でやることでもないし、新参者の私がやりますよ。ありがとう。お願いします。
とりあえずは様子見だな。
I mean, I feel like everyone should be reading through. Like, it's better to have like more people looking at it, because then you can like comb through and like really get the finer details. 'Cause I feel like people notice different things, so to one person it might not be suspicious, but to another it might be. And especially if they're not doing anything, they might as well help out.
そうね。それくらいしかで きないね。ソフィーって人はもう一人の仲間の会ってみたいんだけど。
なんだろうなあいつ。俺のこと監視してるみたいだけど。
Oh yeah, they haven't introduced her to Sophie yet. We should probably do that right
何
now.
やらかしたの？
別に何も。
ソフィーさんの姿が見えるのはユーザーだけみたいなの。
心当たりがないし力の使い方もわからない。
例外中の例外だからって。
Yeah, apparently.
なんか特別感ある。ずる。
どこが。仮にアーティファクト持っていても力が使えないんじゃただの無能だ。
Wouldn't say that,
私
but
たち
okay.
がピンチになったら目覚めるパターンでしょ。主人公じゃずるい。
I want in on that action. She did say last episode that she wanted to be an anime protagonist.
危なくなったらミミくんが頼りだね。
そんな都合よくいくかね。
Gosh, I can't stand her new stupid sprite that she keeps doing. I just want to make fun of it because it just looks so silly. Keeps doing it over and over. Shut my laptop and pick up a cherry tomato with my chopsticks. According to Sophie, my power is dangerous, but still wish I could use it. It might be helpful in solving the case. Now I've decided to back Cujo up. I don't want to be a dead weight.
ソラちゃんおかわりする？しまーす。
She does it even when she's happy. She's like, eh.
ミミくんは？
俺ももらおうかな。
ちょっと待っててね。
Of course I'm trying to get some seconds. What you mean? Cujo takes our dishes and heads to the kitchen. God, I'm so lucky.
何にやついてんの？キモい。
Because I have a beautiful waifu that makes me food, and then I have this other girl that keeps intruding on us.
うっせえな。にやついてねえよ。
Buzz
二人
off.
きりだったら恋人気分味わえたのにね。残念だったね。
Beautiful music, yeah, right.
お前ほんと嫌なやつだな。
私がいるから下心悟られずに済んでるんでしょうが、感謝してほしいですね。
Hey, he can't be bad as Kosei,
は
okay?
いはいどうも。
Kosei is much
今
worse.
日は全然心こもってない。お待たせ。
We stop bickering the moment Cujo returns with a second helping of dinner. Man, how come nothing ever goes the way I want it to? Because you're a protagonist. Of course it's not going to go your way. You got to go through trials and tribulations. At least I've got Salisbury steak. I like the way he says that. Like, out of all my problems, at least I've got Salisbury steak to keep me company.
今日はほんとありがとな。うまかった。
I know. Cujo, you're a doll.
こちらこそ食事代を持ってもらっちゃって。それはいい子なしで。気をつけて帰ってね。それじゃあまたね。
またな。
Alright, we'll see you, Cujo. I see Cujo off, then return to my room. She even washed all the dishes for us before she left. God bless. Honestly, can't thank her enough. Are you going home yet? Why are you still
何く
here?
つろいでんだ。お前も帰れよ。
Even I think exactly the same way. Why are you still here?
あ、なんで？
もう遅いぞ。
いや、明日何の日？
は？
土曜日でしょ。
Okay, go spend Saturday somewhere else.
そうだな。
学校ないでしょ。
ないな。
じゃあ泊まるでしょ。
は？
No, not allowed.
さてと。
Frank. Sora opens her bag and starts fishing through it. She pulls out her pajamas and bottles of it. Hey, no. Not allowed to stay here.
先お風呂入るね。
いや待て、何言ってんだお前。
I grabbed Sora's shoulder before she could escape from the
何？
bathroom.
ミーアン先入。
いや入らねえよ。
やだよ、泊まってくよ。お母さんにも言ってあるし。
Frick. She already told Mom.
はあ？あ、そういえばお前、電話の時夕飯いらないとか言ってなかったな。
うん、だから言ってあったんだってば。
くっそ、俺は許可してないだろ。
Gosh, that's all this route's gonna be, is us trying to get her to stop staying over all the
許
time.
可とか関係ないし、泊まるってもう決めたし。
お前な。
I hate that
ほんと
little
勝手なや
smug
つだな。
face of yours. I
帰れ
hate
よ
it.
ほんと。
I wanna wring you dry.
帰らない。ニーニの選択肢は、いやいや許可する、仕方なく許可する、しぶしぶ許可する、以上3つ
I
です。
hate every single one of those options. I hate all of them.
全部許可じゃねえか。
さあ、どれ？
Frick, they're making me choose. I feel like this is like war games where the only winning option is to choose nothing. Do I want to reluctantly, begrudgingly, or unwillingly? We're gonna do it begrudgingly, guys.
わかったよ。
嘘
何びっくりしてんだよ。
I literally have no option to kick you out, so unfortunately I do have to let you stay.
絶対断られ
That's
る
the
と思っ
laws
た
of
んだ
this
け
game.
ど。本当にいいの？大丈夫？熱ある？
ねえよ、あんまりしつこいと気が変わるぞ。
やった！泊まっていいんだ！やった！
Right,
なんで
hate
そんなに泊まりたがるかね。
真面目な話していい？
Why the sudden
Huh?
tone change?
なんだよ。
ずっとさ、お兄ちゃんと一緒の部屋だったでしょ？ずっと同じ部屋で寝てたわけじゃん。
Okay.
まあそうだな。
一人になってからなんかね、あまり眠れなくなっちゃって、私お兄ちゃんと一緒じゃないと安心して眠れないみたい。
Alright, well that sucks. You gotta leave.
嘘つけ。
はーい、嘘でーす。キュンとしたでしょ。
I knew you were freaking lying. It was so obvious. You're freaking full of crap.
しねえよ。一人暮らし始めた直後ならともかく1年経ってんだぞ。
It's been a whole year.
今まで全然来なかったじゃねえか。
そりゃこっち来る用事なかったら来ないよ、めんどくさい。
Too much
ほ
effort,
ん
you
と
say.
調子いいやつ。
はーい、やったぜ、お泊まりだ。
You need to get
あ
some
んまり
friends.
騒ぐなよ。あと走るな。
Ignoring me, Sora jogs off to the bathroom. She never learns. Well, that explains why she had this massive bag with her today. Never would have imagined imagined I was carrying her sleepover stuff. I think I might be spoiling Sora too much. Why am I doing that? It's not like I have a sister complex or anything. I don't know. Y'all have tried to convince me you don't, but y'all really like Sora. I'm not sure why. Guess it's okay to let her have her way every now and then. I sit back down and turn on my laptop. I open up the Leads of Augustia website again to see if there's anything interesting on there. Gosh, not another one. Brony-chan. That just sounds like you're calling us a brony. Like we like, the My Little Ponies. Give her a half-hearted reply as I scroll through the forum. She must have forgotten something, says she throws open the door and strolls back into the room. Please don't be naked.
見て見て。
I'm not gonna have to censor this, am I? Am I gonna have to censor this? Sora turns back to me buck naked. Oh, well, I guess she's got her front covered with a towel. Yeah, are we already starting this? We're already trying to have our sister seduce us.
何してんのお前。
いいから見てよ、背中背中。
I don't need to look on your butt. Or your butt. I can't talk.
ケツはいいよ、背中見てよ。あ、私のこと見えてる。今能力使用中だけど。
いや、
スティグマってやつ、これでしょ。
あ
Please, spare me. Not really where we should be focusing on here.
あ、ケツ丸出しだぞ。
それは聞いたよ。もしかしてって思って鏡で
So
見て
glad
み
I
た
don't
んだ
have
け
the
ど、
adult patch on here.
やっぱ背中だったか。そりゃ気づかないよね。
いや、ちょっとはお前。
だからいいよ、ケツと背中くらい。さすがにニーニでも前は嫌だけど。
いや、全部嫌がれよ。
それならニーニももっと慌ててよ。ドギマギしろよ、興奮しろよ。
What? No.
するか、妹の裸で。
I'm gonna say, like, am I the only one that has a problem with
で
this?
しょ。だから私もニーニにケツに
いや、よくないと思うな。大丈夫か、お前の手。い
ニーニにしかしないし、お父さんにはしないし。
や、俺だけって。
ニーニが気にしすぎなんだよ。ニャコ先輩と同じ模様。
いや、違うな。アーティファクトによって形状は変わるみたいだ。
Hate this game. Make me look at my little sister like this. How horrible.
ニーニはどうなの？
ああ、わからん。
背中かもよ、私と一緒で。
俺じゃあどうあっても出せない。
ああ、そっか。使用中だけだもんね。
Yeah, if you remember, we had Kujo look on our entire body. We checked everywhere it could show up.
そういうこと。能力使えない俺には確認しようがな。
なんかややこしいね。
いい加減隠せよ、お前。
へいへい。じゃあ今度こそお風呂入ってきまーす。
Yeah, cover yourself up, woman. Have you no shame? Sora heads back in the bathroom without one showing a hint of shame. You know, I get the feeling she was more sensible about this kind of stuff back when we were living together. Mom and Dad have never been able to say no to her, so I guess without me around to keep her in check, she had to run off. She had her run of the house. No wonder she's got a few more screws loose now. I had my own reasons for wanting to move out when I did, but maybe I should go back home, or instead I can make Sora live here with me so I can keep her in line. Gosh, then we would see her doing stupid stuff all the time. Kind of thinking about that as a joke first, but now I'm seriously considering it. I take my bath after Sora and come out feeling refreshed. Sora's lounging around on my bed playing her handheld console while I'm idly browsing the internet. I check both the fan site and various news sources, but I unfortunately can't find any useful information. Of course not.
久しぶりじゃない兄弟水入らず。
久しぶりって、この前実家帰ったばっかだろ。
Let's say in episode 1, she stayed over at our house maybe like a couple times, right? I feel like this is a little bit different in the sense that we're getting to see those interactions a lot more. And apparently, she freaking doesn't know how to use a towel properly.
お正月じゃん、4ヶ月前だよ。
ああ、そういやそっか。もうそんなに経つか。
最近全然帰ってこないんだもん。
帰ってもな。
毎週さ、週末とかに帰ってきて泊まってけばいいのに。
Because he's a grown man and he doesn't want to do that.
リビングに布団敷いて寝るの、なんか虚しいんだよ。
まあ、ベッドこっちに運んじゃったしね。
っていうか、お前が言うなよ。部屋を乗っ取ったお前が。
Yeah, you literally made it so he has less incentive to come back.
誤解がある。そこには誤解があるんだよ、兄さん。
Oh gosh, I don't like hearing brother dearest, and if you watched me play Hello Lady, you'll understand why.
なんだよ。
お父さんの書斎をもらえないかなって思ってたの。それなのにニーニが出てっちゃうんだもん。
書斎狙ってたのかよ。狭いだろあの部屋。
ニーニが書斎に移るんだよ。私はそのまま。
You just wanted to... I see your plans,
ほ
Sora.
んとクズだなお前。
クズって言うな。わがままなのは認めるけど、クズはやめろ。
I will say though, I am appreciating the new, well, okay, I should say I'm appreciating some of the new Sora sprites. Some of them are pretty good. I'm not sure about the one though, she's always going like that. That one, like, just looks like she's so mischievous and it pisses me off. But, like, this one's cute. This one's very, like, little sistery. I like it.
ま、俺もいつかは一人暮らししたかったし。
じゃあ、私のせいって言うなよな。
Well, stop being to blame then. Sora purses her lips and chucks the game console into my
てか
bed.
この部屋娯楽少なすぎない？テレビもないし。
Because who watches TV nowadays?
PC ありゃ十分。動画サイトで何でも見られるし。
I don't blame them. I mean, as I've gotten older, I use the TV, but I use it for like YouTube and movies and stuff.
クソアニメ見といた方がいいかな。
I think they should watch the anime. I feel like it would very much help give them more ideas of what they're dealing with.
クソアニメっていうのやめなさい。九条さんのお父様がスポンサーであらせられるから。
はい、気をつけます。配信されてる？メビウス。
されてるな、全話。
I think Kujo's watched it probably. I wouldn't see why she wouldn't watch it, but I think it was Sora that went through and watched it last time, right? I remember somebody saying they were going to. Sora rolls over and looks at the monitor over my shoulder.
お、ほんとだ。上映会しようよ、上映会。
今から？
うん。ちゃんと勉強しとかないと掲示板の話題も拾えないじゃん？
Because I don't really remember, did Kakeru ever watch it? I don't think so.
ああ、それはそうだな。
全部で何話？
If they did, they like went over it pretty quick. How many episodes are there total? Yeah, I remember like 25.
だる、2クールかよ。
30分かける25で、750分？
It's interesting that they say that that's 2 seasons, because I would call that 2 cores. So it's like 1 season, but it just has like, I guess 2 arcs to it.
それ何時間
？12時間くらいだな。半日。
やっぱ寝よ、眠い。
Screw it, I'm going to bed.
ほんと適当だな。
じゃあニーヤンだけ見てればいいじゃん。
やだ、寝る。てかそうだよ。お前どこで寝るつもりなんだよ。
ベッド。
わ。
嘘。ちゃんと持ってきてある。
Should she bring a sleeping bag?
なんだそれ。
寝袋。
Of course she did.
俺
I
に
mean,
そ
that's
れで寝ろ
good.
って
She
か。
needs one, but
そこまでずうずうしくないよ。私がこれで寝るんだよ。
いいよ。
なんで？
俺がそれで寝るから。お前はベッド使え。
や ニーニが優しい。いいよ本当に、私寝袋で。
たまに気を使うよなお前。わかりやすいんだよ。
Color me surprised.
なんだよ、いい妹を演じようとするといつもこれだもんよ。
Because you're not.
いい妹は無理やり止まったりしないけどな。
Exactly.
ちー、なんだよもう、ちー。
Okay, don't do
ほら
that to
貸
me.
せ。
Take the sleeping bags straight out on the floor. I don't think I've slept in one of these since our elementary school camping trip. Tonight's gonna be a rough night.
もう寝るか。
Freaking always screwing us over constantly.
寝る。
じゃ電気消すぞ。
This whole second episode of the game is just Sora messing with us.
待って、ト
走るなって。あと声もでかい。
If you need to go to the bathroom, just go. We're not in kindergarten here. You don't need to raise your hand. Just go. Sora shuffles to the bathroom and slowly pulls open the door. Man, can't believe I have to teach this girl how to behave all over again. Actually, wait, she won't be staying over again, so I guess I don't have to. Yeah, that's what we think. Next time she asks, I'm definitely saying
イレ。お
no.
待たせしました。
She finishes up her business in less than a minute, then crawls into my bed and pulls up the covers. Hakurou, do I need to ask why you say that she finishes in less than a minute? Like, are you really counting out here?
消すぞ。
はーい。
おや
Kind
す
of
み。
weird. I flip the switch and crawl into my sleeping bag. Man, this thing is cramped. I've been talking myself up, saying I'll keep her in line, but when it's all said and done, I'm pretty soft on her too.
ミーヤン起きてる？
いやそりゃ起きてるよ。1分も経ってねえよ。
寝るまでなんか面白い話して。
さっさと寝ろ。
Yeah.
おーい。
There you go. I like that response.
ニーニにミャーコ先輩は無理だと思う。
寝ろ。
I feel like she's just saying that because she wants to get with us. Sora tosses and turns a bit until she finds a comfortable position. Yeah, I've decided this girl needs to be taught a lesson or two. Are we gonna prank her? Are we gonna do something while she's sleeping? Aw, frick. No, we didn't do nothing. It's almost noon by the time we wake up. We lazily wash our face and brush our teeth.
ミャーコ先輩のおかげで豪華な朝ごはんだね。スープね。
What store are you in right now? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup
食
store?
パンとか普段買わないからな。
Sorry, every time I hear soup, I
Ascario,
think of that.
朝ちゃんと食うの久しぶりだ。
Been a long time since I've had a proper meal. Yep, you guys have that in common. You and Kosei.
普段なんだっけ？ゼリーのやつだっけ？
Jelly drink pouches.
そう10秒チャージ。飲んで終わり。
よく持つね、お昼まで。
持たなかったら休憩時間にパン食ってる。
I can do that sometimes. I can go like a good chunk of the day without eating something. Do I recommend that? No.
うーわ、早弁かよ。あ、ドレッシング取って。
Yeah, I ate lunch probably around like 11 today.
おい。
あんがとう。
The two of us are still in our pajamas. Thanks to Kujo making us a bunch of extra food, I'm able to have a filling breakfast for once. Well, that's good. I'm glad you can actually eat a normal breakfast. I just eat cereal, honestly. We don't have to bother changing out of our pajamas even after breakfast. Instead, we jump straight into watching the Mobius Ring anime. Don't look so thrilled about it. You guys look way too excited.
うーん。
Just love this show.
ふん。
つまんないとは言わないけど、
用語が覚えきれねえな。
初めて出る言葉をお前らも当然知ってるだろって感じで使うよね。説明してほしいよね。わかんねえよ。
I feel like this is a dig at the game itself. Because they've been explaining things.
敵の組織の目的もわかんねえ。
あ、これあれか。実は人だったってパターンか。敵の化け物の何？クリーチャー？
ユーザーの慣れの果てか。あの火事を起こしたやつも力に振り回されてる感じではあったが。
Okay, interesting. I think they've mentioned this before. I don't think this is new information, but I'm gonna pay attention to it just because, you know, you guys are always having to point out stuff I miss. So I should probably... I always say I'm gonna pay more attention, and then I still miss things.
使いすぎると私もああなるってこと？意味不明なこと叫んでて超怖かったんだけど、あの人。
Is it really just if you overuse your ability? It seemed like something triggered when Miyako ended up, I guess, being corrupted, it seemed like something triggered that, and then she just started freely using her power. Like, she lost all reservation of using it sparingly.
アニメと同じならな。化け物になったりはしねえだろうけど。そういえばどうなったんだあいつ。
Oh, they don't
入
know.
院したんだよな。
みたい。あの様子じゃ心の病院の方かもね。
心の。ねえ。マガンのユーザーももう狂ってるのかもな。
I don't know if she's insane.
マガン？
まだ話してなかったっけ？石化の能力者だよ。
登場人物にマガンのイーリスっているね。これミヤコ先輩がコスプレしてたキャラだよね。
I think we did know that one too.
マガンのイーリス。
相手の急所が分かって弓矢が百発百中になるみたいだね。
全然違うな。
ミヤコ先輩も言ってたけど共通点多いね、確かに。
That's for sure. That's why I'm hoping they'll like show more of the anime.
もと
Because
も
I'm
と
sure
白蜜川の
that'll
伝承をベースにしてるみたいだから
be
な。
important.
その伝承がアーティファクト関連なら
共通点があって当たり前って。
そうなるな。つくも神社になんか記録残ってねえかな。
That's a good point too. Like, could we have not looked more into the local folklore to like kind of determine what might happen?
昔の？
そう。マガンの名称の一致は偶然じゃない気がするんだよな。過去に記録が残っていたのかもしれない。
ああ、でも能力自体は記録されてないんじゃない？アニメと現実じゃ違うし。
そこはアニメ的な演出かもよ。石化なんて地味だし敵みたいな能力だ。
あ、そうだね、そうかも。
調べてみる価値。
弱点とか分かったりして。
It's kind of sad that they say petrification is like a bad guy's power, because what if a good guy got it? And I mean, Miyako got the power to steal things. That's not really a good guy power, would you think? So it's like, it feels kind of sad to call someone that just gets petrification a bad guy. It's not like they chose
昼
that
飯がて
power.
らつくも神社行ってみるか。
Want to drop by the shrine after we get lunch.
オッケー。さつきちゃんにメールしとく。資料見せて。
頼む。
And we're back to being bored.
これさ、敵の組織の目的はさ、クリーチャーの救済なの？元は人間だから救いたいみたいな、実は敵が善だったみたいな。
This isn't gonna be important, is it? I feel like this is saying something right here. The bad guys are actually trying to save the corruptions. Like they want to rescue them since they used to be human. It's like the bad guys were the good guys all along.
いや、確か2話か3話でぶっ殺してたぞ敵もクリーチャーを。
But who are we talking about as the bad guys? Would that be like the evil eye user, or would that be us?
わかんねえな。
はやんねえわけだな。
I feel like that's gonna be so important, and it's like I'm not sure. Sometime afternoon, we leave for the shrine. They can't give us the original documents. Not that I was expecting them to, so they give us a copy that's been translated into modern Japanese. I just hope these records have a few clues.
あ、何か買ってった方が良かったかな、俺に。
ああ、もっと早く気づけばよかったな。
引き返す？
この前のフェスの手伝い。バイト代もらえるはずだったんだけど、出なかったんだよ。
お、じゃあその手で行こう。
We pass through the gate and step into the shrine proper, where we find Miss Naruse waiting for us near the entrance.
来たね。さつきちゃんやっほー。ミコさんの服着てると思ったのに。
Wait, frick, she wears a shrine maiden outfit? How come we have not seen this yet, game? You're holding out.
着ないよ、あんなの。行事の時くらいしか。
No. Go put it on right now. Go put it on right now.
頼まれてた
I wanna see it.
お、ありがとうご
I
ざい
need
ま
to
す。
inspect its authenticity. Yep. Take the bag she holds out and peek inside. Inside are a pair of thick files. No wonder the bag's heavy.
学生時代に私が現代語訳したやつ出力してあげたよ。
No, you can
す
hack
ごい
off.
さつきちゃんが訳したんだ。
You
一
didn't pay us.
応郷土史専門ですからね。私なりの解釈が入ってたりするから正確じゃなくても許してね。
Oh yeah, as I would expect from a
ありがと
translation.
うございます。助かります。
どうしたの？こんなのに興味持つなんて。教師としては嬉しいけど。
あ
should have expected that question. As I'm trying to think of a good reply, Sora comes to the rescue.
最近変な事件多いじゃん。人が石になったり、変な火事が起こったり。
She's just straight up telling her. But yeah.
はいはい。ネットでも話題になってるみたいだね。そうそう。アニメが現実になったみたいなこと言われてんじゃん。検証してやろうと思って、ちゃんとした資料で。どんなきっかけでも興味を持つのはいいことかな。ウィス、資料あざーす。本当はね、うちでお茶でも飲んでいきなよって言いたいんだけど。
仁義の修復作業中ですよね。
ああ、そっか。壊れたんだよね。忙しい時にごめんなさい。違う違う。専門家に任せるから別に忙しくはないんだけど。
あ、仁義壊れたショックで体調を崩したり。
ついさっきまでね。でも新見兄弟が伝承に興味持ってるって話したら生き生きとしてきちゃって、
I feel like he knows something then.
おじいちゃんに捕まったら半日は帰れないよ。どれとっておきの話をしてやるかとか言ってたから。
Oh, well, thank you. That's actually very nice of her not to get us stuck here the whole day.
そういうこと。おじいちゃんに気づかれないうちに。
じゃあ資料ありがとうございました。
I actually want to talk to him though. I feel like it would be very important that we do. Don't you guys think?
さつきちゃんまたね。はいはい、またね。それ返さなくていいよ。
はい。
We bow our farewells, wave and leave the shrine. I feel like the grandpa would be a good
ご
source
飯
of
食べ
information
ようご
though.
飯。どこ行く？どこで食べる？
ああ、そうだな。
Please do not suggest
あ、
McDonald's.
答えなくていい。どうせナインボールでしょ。私知ってる。
なんでだよ。別にファミレスとかでもいいよ。
はいはい。ほら行くぞ。みやこ先
Lover
輩
boy.
に。
Let's go see
へい
Mia.
へい。
Off to the same place we always go to, besides McDonald's.
なんだいないね。
Sucks for you, bro.
いや、会いに行くって言ったのお前だからな。俺何も言ってないからな。
Hey, I mean, Kakeru, let's just be honest. She's probably right on this
は
one.
いはい。何食べよっかな。
Sora opens the menu and looks over the options. The store is surprisingly empty today. I feel like it's always empty every time I come in here, besides like Parfait Queen. Guessing Kujo either has an evening shift or isn't scheduled for today since she's not here.
探してもいないもんはいないから。
She's not here, man.
探してねえよ。
I wonder if we're gonna meet the Parfait Queen and things are gonna go differently. Open my own menu. Should I order today?
私ねスパゲッティにしよっかな。ナポリタン。
That sounds
Ini
like it
kimata?
could be good.
俺は。
Please do not order the Salisbury
すいません。
steak.
おい、
何決まったんでしょ？
決まってねえよ。
ごめん、早く決めて。呼んじゃった。
You're so dumb. Thanks to my impulsive little sister, I don't even have time to peruse the menu. Pressed for time, I just order the first thing that comes to mind.
まさかのナポリタンかぶ。
お前がせかすから。初めて食うよ、麺類。
パスタを麺類とかオシャンティーサのかけらもない呼び方するのニーヤンくらいだと思う。
うるさいな。
Oh my gosh, she calls him a hipster. I pulled the two files out of the folder and handed one to Sora.
分厚い。読むだけでも大変だね、これ。
That's the best way I've ever heard of referring to a big document, like stack of documents. How many trees died for this?
翻訳した先生には悪いけど、関係なさそうなところは飛ばしちまおう。
調べたいのはアーティファクト関連だよね。
そう、特徴とか分かれば御の字だな。
I opened my sheaf of documents and started flipping through. Wait, this isn't even part of the translation. This looks like annotations left by Miss Naruse, I guess.
そっちが現代語訳みたいだな。
ああ、そっか。内容同じなわけないよね。
白光川の成り立ち、白光川を襲った災いとは、白蛇様とは。
That seems kind of important to read
先
then.
生の考えみたいなのが書いてある。とりあえずこのままで。
ほいほい。
Wow, this is practically a thesis. Miss Naruse is a pretty... But I guess she takes her research seriously. Let's see here. Some stuff on the Sacred Relic in another section talking about demons. At a glance, these two things are the only things that seem relevant. I don't get through much in the 10 minutes it takes for our food to arrive, but I do manage to read. What I do manage to read piques my interest. Gosh, I'm having such a hard time reading that sentence. Anyway, time for lunch. I'll read more later.
すごい、鉄板だよ鉄板。下が卵焼きになってる。
There's a fried egg beneath the pasta.
うまそう。いただきます。
いただきます。
Alright, let's freaking eat this. Sora picks up her fork and twirls it around the plate to pick up some spaghetti, then brings it to
め
her
っ
mouth.
ちゃうまい。ここ外れないね。
おまけに安いしな。ここら辺では最強の店だ。
という口実で宮子先輩目当てに通っていたと。
Hey, we can do both, okay? We are good at multitasking here.
資料なんか面白いのあったか？
うわ無視だ。あのね、あのアニメ意外と忠実だな。
設定とか？
そうそう、昔ね、だいたい1000年前、ここに鬼が出たんだって。
That's funny, because there's still demons around. Staring at Sora.
こっちの資料にもあったな。鬼。それがアニメのクリーチャーだよな。
多分で、白蛇様が鬼を退治してこの土地に平和が戻りましたと。で、現代になって同じことが起こったと。
アニメと違うのは、こっちに鬼を退治する組織がないってことくらいか。
Interesting. Okay, so when we're talking about like exorcising the demons, so we're talking about like getting rid of the people that are corrupted. Is that kind of like what we're doing? We're kind of like saving the people. Well, I don't know if I should say saving, but we're trying to stop the people that are like going out of control, because that's what the corruptions were. Like that one fire guy, we ended up stopping him.
だね。知らないだけであるのかもしれないけど、あとはお家帰ってからかな。まだ全然読めてないよ。
I want to know though, is there already like a group of people, or is that going to be like us? We're going to be the group of people that goes around and stop that?
俺も流し読みしただけだが、鬼はアーティファクトを悪用したやつって解釈で間違いなさそうだな。
昔も今みたいにアーティファクトがばらまかれて。
ああ、白蛇様自体が神器を複数所持していたことと、鬼退治をした時に神器らしきものを回収していたと思われる記述。つまりだ、白蛇様の正体は異世界人だな。ソフィーの仕事もアーティファクトの回収だ。一致してる。
Okay, okay. Good, they're like explaining it, so I don't have to like act like I can know what I'm talking about.
まだ異世界ってのがピンとこないけど、迷惑な話だね。
まあな、しっかりアーティファクトを管理してくれりゃ、こっちで事件なんて起こらないし。
あっちの世界でもアーティファクトなの？
あ？
名前、同じ呼び方なのかなって。
ああ。
Sora's got a point. I remember Sophie saying something about how using an artifact to translate to and from our language, now that I think about it.
帰ったら本人呼んでみるか。
呼んだら来るの？
そう。でも俺を監視してるらしいからな。この
おー、やっと会えるんだ。
伝承についても聞いてみよう。あっちの世界でも多分何かしら残ってるだろ
う。だね。とりあえず食べちゃおう。冷めちゃ
う。だな。最初から本人に聞きゃよかったな。考えてみればあいつ、手伝えって言うだけで詳しいこと何にも教えてくれなかった。
That's a good point. We never introduced her to Sora yet.
まあいいじゃない。
I'm not sure why we're waiting so
こ
long.
れから聞くんだから。今度宮子先輩にナポリタン作ってもらおう。
リクエストしてみるか。
次いつ来てくれるの？
さあ。でもこっちからは言いにくいな。
Yeah, it's like, when are you coming over to cook us dinner?
こういう時、私のズうずうしいキャラが役に立つ。
The way you pretend, huh? I don't think it's pretending, guys.
キャラじゃなくて素だろ。
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'm glad we were on the same wavelength. We seem to think the same way, because I'll usually say something and then right after Kakeru will say the
キャ
exact
ラ
same
で
thing.
す。兄のためにそんな役回りを引き受けてやろうというのだ。感謝したまえよ。
Absolutely not.
はいはい。
やばい。超うまい。ハマる。
Sora noisily slurps up her spaghetti. If we're gonna ask Sophie for answers, it'd probably be better if Kujo was around to hear them too. Of course, if I say that out loud, Sora's gonna start teasing me again. Besides, Sophie might not tell us anything useful. She usually doesn't. I mean, occasionally she'll tell us something actually worth knowing, but then she'll be like, oh yeah, okay, here's this person, here's their name, and then she'll leave. Might not even show up at all. Still, it's worth giving a shot. Yeah, it's definitely worth talking to her, for sure. So we head back home. We decided to read through the documents before calling in Sophie. Since it take days to give them a careful reading, we're just skimming the main points. By the time I finish going through my half, it's evening. From the looks of it, Sora's about done too. She dumps her file on the bed and folds her arms.
どうだった？
ぶっちゃけあまり理解できませんでした。
まあ現代語訳されてるとはいえ昔の文献だしな。
でも神様が使っていたアーティファクトが朝言ってた
みたいだな。鬼を睨んで石化させて神器を回収していたような記述があるって。
さ、アーティファクトがこっちに流出したって前提で話してるけどさ、その神様がこっちにやってきて悪さしてるって可能性もあるんじゃないの？
Interesting. So she's implying that like Sophie is the mastermind. I mean that could make sense because I feel like if she's the one supposed to be like protecting all these things, how did she let all of these just fly all over the place? Very negligent.
異世界人の寿命が長ければありえるか。
本人じゃないにしてもその子孫とか。
そっちの方がありそうだ。
神様が使ってたようなすんごいアーティファクトでしょ。そう簡単に流出しますかね。
同じ効果の別のアーティファクトかもしれない。
同じ能力とかあんの？
わからんが似たような力を持った鬼の描写もあるらしい。
Okay, that's important to know.
でもあれだね、アニメは意外と設定に忠実だなってことは分かったけど、
じっくり読めばまだ何か見つかるだろうが、そうだな、雑に読んだだけじゃ得るものはあまりないな。
Yeah, I think they're bound to miss a few vital pieces of
ソフィ
information,
ーって
I'm
人
sure.
に聞いてみようよ、名前の一致の謎。
だな。あとは別の異世界人の存在も考えられるかどうか。
Yeah, that would be interesting to know if there's other beings like Sophie that are appearing to people. Throw my own documents on the table and glance around. Before she revealed herself to me, Sophie pretended to be a stuffed animal on my shelf, but now she's nowhere to be seen.
どう呼ぶの？呪文とかあるの？
知らん。監視してるらしいし、呼べば来るだろう。
本当かよ。
試してみればわかる。ソフィー、来てくれないか？聞きたいことがあるんだ。
もしかしてソフィーとはあなたの
いや、いるから、ちゃんといるから。おいソフィー、頼む、早く来て。
病院行く？
Go to the hospital.
だから。お。
Love how she's just like peekaboo. Rifton's face opens in my living room and grotesque plushie pokes half its head out.
うわ、マジか。すげえ。何？
聞きたいことがあるんだ。
食事中だったのに。
今舌打ちしました？
気のせいよ。
Don't be silly. Not bothering to hide her displeasure, Sophie emerges fully from the rift and closes it behind her. She remains floating in the air like usual.
ぬいぐるみが飛んどる。
Sora is understandably shocked by her first encounter, though it's hard to read Sophie's expression since she's a stuffed animal. I get the feeling she's enjoying Sora's astonishment. You know, she literally changes form whenever her expression changes. It's actually not too hard to tell. She can be kind of monotone sometimes, though. Her full name is Sophitia. Not only is she from another world, she's part of an organization called Sephiroth, which monitors artifacts. She's just borrowing the stuffed animal's body, and at least according to her, she's actually a stunningly beautiful woman. Which, I think y'all told me you don't ever get to see her, which is a very big disappointment. You know, I thought she was going to be one of the routes, but she would have made a better route than Sora, I'll say that. While she's ostensibly our ally, I have no idea what she's up to. Plus, she claims I'm a potential threat since I'm an irregularity as a user. When all is said and done, we don't really trust each other that much.
で、何？聞きたいことって。手短にお願いね。
Oh, I'm sorry, I interrupted your
まず
meal.
一つ目。
面倒ね。いくつあるのよ。
3つか4つ。こっちの世界にソフィー以外の異世界人が来ている可能性はあるか？
ないとも言えない。
Okay, that's about what I expected her to say. I was expecting her to just be like, yeah, that's possible. I don't know, though.
把握できてないのか？
そうなるわね。
Okay, so that's what I was thinking.
自由に移動しまくってるってこと？あなた、かけるの妹ね。あ、はい。新見知ってるから名乗らなくていいわ。うわ。
I like how it probably would have taken her more time to say that than it would have taken Sora to just introduce herself and be like, oh, hi, Sora. Or looks at Sophie in disgust. You're just gonna have to deal with it, sis. She may be rotten, but we're stuck with her.
自由に移動は
That's
で
how I
き
feel
ない
about
わ
Sora,
よ
to be honest.
過干渉を避けるためにセフィロトで世界観移動ができるのは少なくとも私だけ。
So, because she goes between the worlds due to an artifact, right? Or at least that's what we are theorizing.
セフィロト以外の組織は好き放題ってことか？
その可能性は捨てきれない。他の組織や個人のことなんて面倒見きれないし。
Interesting. So only Sephiroth has that limitation. So she's the only one from Sephiroth. So it's possible that there could be some other beings that are more malicious.
ガバガバだな。
仕方ないでしょ。ゲートが開くなんて私たちにとっても想定外の大事件なのよ。こっちも混乱しているのよ。準備万端なら現地の人間に協力なんて頼まない。
なるほど。じゃあ魔眼のユーザーが異世界人って可能性もあるわけだな。
ないと断言はできないけれど。なぜ？
こっちの世界の文献に残ってたんだ。神様が鬼を石にしたって。
ああ、イーリスの記録がこちらの世界にも残っているの。
イーリス？
あ、魔眼のイーリス、アニメのキャラだよね。
魔眼のイーリス？こちらでそんな風に呼ばれているの？
アニメではね。
ああ。
よくわからないけれど、イーリスは前回ゲートが開いた際にその混乱を鎮めた人物よ。
異世界人だよな。
そうね、こっちの世界の。
個人名となるとやっぱ偶然じゃなさそう。
次の質問は？
今のに絡めてアーティファクトとかユーザーとかイーリスとかアニメと名称が一致する理由を聞きたい。
一致しているかなんてわからないわよ。
ん？
私の話す言葉はあなたにそのまま届いていない。
Words I utter don't reach your ears in the same form they are spoken.
本当におバカさんね。言ったでしょ？アーティファクトの力で翻訳していると。
Okay, so she's just saying like, hey, I'm probably saying the words completely different from how you're hearing them. And don't forget, Sophie did mention how words without a straightforward translation would be conveyed using our own unique individual grasp of
つま
language.
り俺たちに分かるような言葉に変換。
そうね。私が口にしたアーティファクトという言葉とあなたが耳にしたアーティファクトという言葉は必ずしも一致しない。
Interesting, okay.
でもアニメもアーティファクトだよ。翻訳された言葉がアニメと一緒だったのは偶然ってこと。
あなたも理解力に乏しいわね。
Wow. That's a great way to call somebody dumb. I see you too are lacking in mental faculties.
うわあ、いちいち辛辣。
翻訳はあなたたちの頭の中の知識を使って行うの。近い意味を持つ言葉をあなたたちが知っていれば自動的にその言葉に変換される。知らなければ大体は聞き取れずに終わり。その何？アニメとかいうのと一致するのは当然でしょ。あなたたち自身でその言葉を当てはめたんだから。
けど
I never heard the words artifact user evil eye until Sophie. No, wait. The first time Sophie mentioned all those things, I didn't understand them at all. It was only after Kujo said the phrase evil eye that I began to hear Sophie use that same phrase. At least I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I was so confused by Sophie's explanation that I don't perfectly remember the events of that night. Possible that there's another explanation, but that makes sense at least. It was by hearing the words artifact and user from Kujo that I was able to understand what she was talking about. So I needed somebody to associate those things. Okay. That makes sense why everything matches. All of Sophie's terms are being translated using the jargon from the anime.
そっか。じゃあさっきのフェイズシフトもなんで英語なんだよって思ったけど、そういうことか。
フェイズシフト？
さっき言ってたじゃん。自分しかフェイズシフトできないって。
自分しか。ああ、世界観移動のことか。
ほら、知識の際によって聞こえ方が変わるのよ。
ソフィーさんは
呼び捨てでいいわよ。
No honorifics, please.
ソフィーはフェイズシフトと世界観移動って聞き分けられてるの？
いいえ、同じ言葉に聞こえているわね。
じゃあなんで私とニーニーで食い違ってるって分かった？
会話の流れで判断できるわよ、それくらい。おバカな質問ね。
すみません。
I hate that stupid face that she makes when she turns green.
で、他には？
あ
ないならもう帰るわよ。
いや、ある。イーリス本人か、その子孫がこっちの世界に来ている可能性は？あ？
Why did she suddenly go quiet? Her reaction's kind of
もしかし
suspicious.
てありえるのか。世界を救ったはずの神様が今度は殺人なんて。おい、ソフィー。ん？食事してます？
She has her mouth full.
完全になんか
自由すぎるだろこいつ。
っていうか、何？遠隔操作ってこと？食事しながら片手間にこのぬいぐるみを操作してるってこと？
うん。そうね。
Sophie swallows her food and nonchalantly responds. Seriously, no freaking manners at all.
食事中に呼び出したのは悪かったけどさ、話は聞いてくれよ。
聞いてるわよ。そうね。イーリス本人かその血族なら自由に移動できるでしょうね。けれど今のところそういった事実は確認されていないわ。
本人をさらっと含めたってことは生きてんのか。まあ、それくらいの有名人なら動向も簡単にわかるか。
Gosh, so now we just have this concept of there could be tons of different people from the other world, like going in and out. We have no idea, like, who is who.
またフリーズしました。
お前、答えにくいこと食事するふりでごまかしてない？
うるさいわね。もういいでしょ。私は帰るわよ。
ありがとう。
文献なんていいから魔眼のユーザーを探しなさい。それがあなたの使命。いいわね。
はいはい。
まったく。
I get the feeling that Sophie doesn't want us looking into that kind of stuff too much. I feel like she just wants us to do our job and not ask questions. Dissatisfied with my reply, Sophie sighs and disappears into a vortex of space. She really likes her flashy exits. She sure is bossy considering she's asking us to help clean up her mess.
なんか、
あ、
私のコミュ力をもってしても、あの人とは仲良くなれない気がする。
帰ろ。
はい。
Yeah, that's just how it is, unfortunately, Sora. Her conversation with Sophie was short, but it's still draining. Sora flops down on my bed, but the next second she springs to her feet again.
でもすごいね。異世界人だって映画みたい。
It's like we're...
まあな。もうちょい友好的なら言うことない。
言えてる。
Sora picks up the documents she drops into my bed early and starts flipping
イ
through
ー
them.
リス、イーリス。
それもアニメの知識から翻訳されたのかもな。名称の一致に意味はない。
じゃあソフィーは？
ん？
ソフィーの名前は何から翻訳されたの？
ゲームのキャラ。
その基準は？意味が一致する言葉に置き換えられるなら、名前は何と何が一致してんの？
お前なかなか鋭いな。
もっと褒めるがよい。
そうか。人の名前はそのまま聞こえている可能性がある。ってことはだ。
文献にイーリスか、それに近い読みの名前が載ってるんじゃないかな。じゃないとアニメで登場してるはずがない。
イーリスは神様の名前。神様は魔眼の所持者。何かわかるかもな。
でしょでしょ。
探してみよ
ご褒美は美味しいスイーツでいい。
う。考えとく。
やったぜ。
I'll buy you something, maybe. I get my sheaf of documents and start perusing them. We have no leads on the user of the evil eye right now, but if we keep digging for information on Iris, we might be able to find out more about the evil eye itself. Let's hope these old stories have the clue we need to crack the case. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that blonde-haired girl we saw, maybe she's from the other world. Because she was standing on top of a rooftop, and it's like, if your power is to turn people to stone, how'd you get on that rooftop? And why are you standing on the edge of it? She's acting like she could just, like, sprout wings and fly at any time. But, okay, I think we stop here. Had a good amount of discussion. So it sounds like we're hearing the names similar to how she's pronouncing them, I guess? That's kind of what I got out of that last part. I was still a little confused by it. I'm like, what are y'all trying to say? I don't know. But it was a good talk with Sophie. And I guess besides that, we just got to know Sora a bit more. And of course, she just is staying over at our place because she's annoying like that, you know? Little sister, right? But, yeah, I mean, not a bad episode. I'm curious to see where we're going to go with this. We actually are getting more information about the anime and things like that and the history, which I wanted us to do. I feel like that's just the right place to look when we're looking for like similarities between the anime and then this other world, and then just trying to figure out how that's going to influence our current day here. So hopefully we'll find out some more stuff next episode, and then we need to involve Kujo, I think, a little bit more. Kujo probably should be there for some of this, just because it's kind of important, but we'll pass some stuff on to her, I'm sure. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a good one.